Once again, I would like to thank all the participants for joining us. I hope you will enjoy these sessions and it will help to enhance your academic paper writing skills, and which will help you to be graduated or to excel in your academic life. So at this stage, I would like to invite our key research persons for this webinar. So before I pass the microphone, let me introduce him to you. Dr. Mohammad Kamal Uddin obtained his BSc degree in Agricultural Science and MS in Soil Science from Bangladesh Agricultural University, and PhD degree in the field of agronomy from Universiti Putra, Malaysia in 2010. He has 20 years of teaching and research experience. He was a postdoctoral fellow and research fellow at the Institute of Tropical Agriculture, University Putra, Malaysia from 2011 to 2013. Currently, he is working as an associate professor in the Faculty of Agriculture, University Putra, Malaysia. He has published many journal papers, books, and book chapters. He was awarded silver and bronze medal for the research paper competitions at UPM in 2010 and 2011. He got Excellent Service Award in 2017 and 2018 by the Vice Chancellor of UPM. He has completed several research projects funded by the Ministry of Higher Education Malaysia, DFID UK, and IRRI Philippines. So at this time, I would like to invite Dr. Kamaluddin to deliver his speech. So over to you, Doctor.
Assalamu alaikum and good afternoon or good morning to everybody. Thank you very much, Professor M.A. Basar and Mohammad Zohrul Islam. So now I want to introduce about the KSI idea. Can you see the slide?
Yes, Doctor, it's clear. You can go ahead.
Okay. So the meaning of the KSI, the keyword, sequence, importance. The idea of the KSI we extracted from the any published paper. When you read the any article, so after the abstract, there is a few keyword. So this keyword, how we select and how many keyword we should select and what is the reason behind. So you have to know the clear idea about the keyword, sequence, importance. So keyword means those are the word will focus for my research. And sequence means we need the organize our information according to the order. Importance means on the basis of the percent of importance information, we have to get the idea which are more important, which are the less important for my research. So the keyword selection means depend on our research title, objective, published statement. So when we select the keyword, so this keyword we have to select on the basis of the basis on our field. So we have the two fields, science research and non-research, social science research. So when you read any article, so in the article there is maybe 20 words, but out of the 20 words is not all the research words, some of the non-research words. Research word means those words directly involved. Those are directly involved for my research. So this we call the research word. And those are not directly involved in the research, used as a grammatical purpose to complete the sentence. This we call the non-research word. So every title have the research word and non-research word. Every objective have the non-research word and non-research word. And research word, it will cover under the part of speech the noun. All research word will be under the noun. And non-research word will be under the different parts of speech like verb, adjective, preposition. So first we have to identify which on the research word and which on the non-research word for my title or objective. Then it will helpful to select the keyword. So we have the two different field, science research and social science research. What is the meaning of the science research? When we do the research in the laboratory condition or field condition, directly involved, directly analysis in the lab or in the field. So this type of research we consider the science research. So if the research under the science, so in this case, the keyword selection will be from the three research element. For the science, we will consider three research elements: subject, treatment, parameter. Subject, treatment, parameter. For the science field. So what is the meaning of the subject? Subject means what is the focus for my research. So it will consider under the subject matter. Like example, if I do research about the rice or do research about the oil palm or any fish. So rice, oil palm, male patient, the cancer patient. So this type, the research, we consider the subject, the word, subject keyword. And treatment means application. If you want to apply any things in the field condition or laboratory condition, so this we consider the treatment. Like example, for the medical science, we apply the paracetamol. Any male patient or baby patient maybe have the fever. Then we apply the treatment. What treatment? Like paracetamol. So application of the paracetamol to the human body to reduce the fever, or we see the other condition, hemoglobin, body weight. So this we call the treatment application. So if we apply the treatment for the male baby or female baby or any the patient, so if the male baby take the paracetamol, male baby will be the subject matter for this research. And when you apply the treatment like paracetamol, paracetamol will consist under the treatment keyword. So after the application of the paracetamol, our target, the fever increasing or decreasing, hemoglobin increasing or decreasing, or body weight increasing or decreasing, or temperature increasing or decreasing. So we have to take the measurement. We need the data collection about this, the male baby. So data collection, it will consider under the parameter. Any data collection will consider under the parameter. If you consider in the field of the agriculture science, we apply fertilizer in the rice field or wheat field or maize field. So if I apply the fertilizer, application of the fertilizer, it will under the treatment keyword. And we are applying in the rice field or wheat field or maize field. So rice, wheat, maize under the subject matter. So after the application of the fertilizer, we want to see the reaction. We want to see the effect of the fertilizer for the rice, maize or corn. Then we have to take the data, measurement of the parameter. Like example, the plant height, chlorophyll content, leaf number, nitrogen content, phosphorus content, calcium content. Then finally, like yield performance. So these all are the collection we consider the parameter keyword. So now if I have to select the keyword for my title, so the selection of the keyword will be based on the subject treatment parameter. Because for the science, only 3 research elements. For the science, only 3 research elements, subject treatment parameter. So the keyword selection will be on the basis of the subject treatment parameter. Now, how many keyword we have to select? Normally in the paper we see there is a 5 or 6 keyword. So if, like example, we have the 6 keyword, so under the subject, how many keyword? Like my research about the maize or rice or corn. So that means subject keyword will be 1. Then treatment keyword will be how many? So depend on the application of the treatment. If I apply only the fertilizer, that means if treatment keyword will be only fertilizer, only 1. But if I do research, fertilizer application and also water management, application of water. So the treatment keyword will be 2. One is the fertilizer, another the irrigation water management. So under the treatment keyword also depend on the application of the treatment. How many types we are using the treatment, the keyword selection. Under the parameter, the keyword selection will be how many? Because normally one experiment. We need more than 10 or 15 parameters. Grain number, nitrogen content, phosphorus content, many things. So that means all are the parameter, 15 parameter. So although our data collection about the 15 parameter, regarding the keyword selection for the parameter part, only we have to consider major parameter keyword. So under the major parameter keyword will be 3 to 4. 3 to 4. Because we have the minor parameter, no need to select the keyword. So this is the way to select the keyword from the subject treatment parameter. Similar example for the medical science. Effect of paracetamol. 1, fever and body weight of male baby. So here the subject matter male. So only keyword under the subject male, only 1 keyword. Under the treatment keyword will be also 1 because we are using the only the paracetamol. But under the parameter, although we take measurement the body weight, hemoglobin, temperature, the fever, other things, but only some major parameter will consider like body weight and fever will be the under the parameter keyword. So that means keyword selection will be totally for the publication 5 to 6. But if the thesis like master's or PhD, keyword selection will be 8 to 10. Why? Because master's program we need the 2-3 experiment. PhD we need the 3-4 experiment. For this why keyword selection will be more for the master's and PhD program. But if the individual article, the total keyword selection normally we consider 5 to 6 under the science. Similar for the social science data collection. So for the social science, what is the social science data collection? We consider primary data, secondary data, qualitative data, quantitative data. Primary data means when you prepare the questionnaire and collection the data from the participant. So this type data collection with the primary data. Secondary data means data already in the system, online system, in the organizational system, last 10 years data already in the setup. So just we take the permission and download the data. So direct data collection from the any system, we call the secondary data. So for the social science, the keyword selection will be on the basis of the respondent, independent variable and dependent variable. Independent variable, dependent variable. Actually, meaning of the respondent, independent and dependent variable and subject and treatment parameter almost same. Only on the according to the field of the social science, word will be different. Subject means the respondent. Treatment means the independent variable. Parameter means the dependent variable. So why the respondent? Because we prepare the questionnaire and we take the data from the any group, from the teacher, from the student, from the farmers, from the bank employer. So when you take the data directly using the questionnaire, so who will respond the questionnaire? So this we call the respondent, like subject. And independent variable means we have to prepare the some questionnaire. So this questionnaire, how we prepare? What is the basis? So for the basis, we have to select the some independent variable. Because if you don't have the independent variable, we cannot prepare the questionnaire. We cannot go to the data collection. So using the any independent variable to prepare the questionnaire, this is called the independent variable. And after the independent variable, we have to see the performance. So measuring the performance for the farmers or banker or teacher or student. So this we call the dependent variable. Performance of the teacher, performance of the student, performance of the banker. So this will be under the dependent variable. So here also the keyword selection also 5 to 6. So if your data collection from the rice farmer, so that means only one keyword under the respondent. Independent variable keyword depend from the framework, conceptual framework. How many IV I will select? How many IV I select? So if I select the 3 IV or 4 IV, so the keyword will be 3 or 4 under the independent variable. Dependent variable measurement. So although under the dependent variable there is a many measurement, but only we focus the major measurement, major dependent variable. So we have to find out what is the relation with the IV and DV. Because if no IV, no DV. Because DV depends on the IV. So dependent variable may produce the result. So where we put this result? From the IV. If we don't have the IV, we cannot get the result. So IV keyword will be 3, 4, depend on the conceptual framework. How many IV I'm selecting for my conceptual framework. And dependent variable also major dependent variable. Although my measurement will be more than 10, but as a keyword we cannot select the all 10. Only 3, 4 major the dependent variable you can select for the dependent variable. So here we see the example. Any title, any objective, we have to identify which are the non-research word and which are the research word. So here we see influence of the formation and on accumulation in all belongs to the non-research word. All belongs to non-research word. And the green color, root iron, the rice, the cadmium, all under the research word. All under the research word. So now we already mentioned the research element for the science, subject treatment parameter. Subject treatment parameter. So now I have to see my title is right or wrong. If I found the 3 research element in the title, that means the title is right. So here, root iron plaque, this word belongs to the treatment matter. Rice also under the treatment, rice variety. But cadmium accumulation, this is under the parameter. And rice directly the subject. Rice directly subject. So here you see in the title we found that treatment keyword, parameter keyword, subject keyword. And here keyword selection you see here 4 keyword we found, 4 keyword. Under the treatment 2 keyword. Under the parameter only 1 keyword, cadmium. Under the subjects rice keyword. Similar example here, effect of salinity on yield and proximate mineral composition of rice. So if you delete the non-research word, so then research word will be under the subject treatment parameter. Like salinity under the treatment, like independent variable. Yield under the parameter of the dependent variable. Mineral composition also parameter. Rice belongs to subject or respondent. If you consider medical science, effect of the paracetamol on fever and body weight of male baby. Non-research, the black color non-research word. Effect of, on, and all the non-research word. The remaining word under the subject treatment parameter. Like paracetamol under the treatment, fever, body weight under the parameter, and male baby under the subject. So if the social science, so we consider male baby like respondent, paracetamol we consider under the IV, independent variable, fever, body weight we consider under the dependent variable. So that means science and social science almost similar idea, only the word is different, but idea and meaning almost similar. So here you see example under the subject. Rice, fish, oil palm, cancer patient, engineering. We did not put the engineering example here, but from the idea you can get easily idea. Under the treatment like fertilizer, paracetamol, salinity, herbicide, pesticide. Then parameter mean data collection. Plant height, yield, nitrogen content, phosphorus content, cadmium, fever. So this under the parameter part. So our technique named the keyword selection, KSI, keyword selection, sequence, then importance. So selection of the keyword will be on the basis of the subject treatment parameter or respondent IB DB. So now the sequence. Sequence means if I have to write my introduction, any introduction, either publication or thesis introduction. So under the introduction, we have to cover the background of the subject treatment parameter or respondent IVDB. Subject means brief name S, treatment T, parameter P. And social science, respondent R, IV, and DV. So when I am to write the introduction, this introduction I have to top up with the information about the subject treatment parameter or RIV, DV. So now, what is the sequence? The first information I will bring about the parameter or subject or treatment. Or I have to start from the subject, then treatment or parameter. So using the STP or RIVDB, we can see there is a 6 combination. So we found when you want to write the introduction, somebody start about the subject. Some of them they started about the treatment, some of them the parameter. But our logic, our opinion, regarding the sequence write up the introduction part about the subject treatment parameter or IVDB, we need only one system. So that means first information will be about the subject, then treatment, then parameter or RIVDB. So this is called the sequence. We should not write like parameter first, then treatment, then subject. No. It should be the proper sequence and only one sequence is allowed. Subject, treatment, parameter. But when you read the article, we found different style. So our opinion, our suggestion, we should follow the technique STP, subject, treatment, parameter or IVDB. So this is the sequence. So keyword, sequence. Then now another point, importance. Importance means I have to top up the information about the STP or RIVDB. So for my research, do you think the all 3 elements is equally important or different important? It must be or should be, it will be the different importance for my research. So out of these 3, these 3 elements, if you consider the percent importance among these 3, STP or RIVDB, to explain in introduction or in a literature review, which component I have to more focus. That means which the keyword I have to bring the more information. So regarding the percent importance, the parameter or DV will be the more important for my research because this is the findings. So when I have to write my introduction, sequence will be the subject treatment parameter, but regarding the percent importance, the volume information importance, so parameter will be the more importance, more information, or DV will be the more importance compared to the subject treatment. So among these 3 elements, we already fixed the idea, tentative. It is not fixed, but tentative we put the idea regarding the percent importance among the 3 elements. For the science and social science, different. So example, total volume 100. Total volume 100. So out of the 100, percent importance information parameter will be the more focus. So we give the 60. Treatment will be the medium focus, 30. And subject will be the less, 10%. For the social science also 50, 30, 20. But sometimes we can revise according to our keyword. But plus minus it will be the same. So if we follow this percent important information, then it will be easy to calculate our information about the citation. How many citation I need about the subject? how many citation I need about the treatment, how many other parameter. So we can make a layout, then we can start our write about the introduction. So if you cannot fix the perceived importance among the three keyword subject, treatment, parameter, then we don't know how many citation we should write under the every element, under the STP or RIVDB. But if we follow this layout, so according to the layout, we will get the idea how many citation we need under the every element or every component. So we make a layout, and according to the layout, we can top up our introduction. So this is the keyword sequence importance technique. That means we have to select the keyword 5 to 6. Among the keyword, we have to make a sequence like a subject, treatment, parameter. Then regarding the percent importance information, which are more important, bring the more information, which are the less important, bring the less information. So using the percent importance idea, then we can get idea, we can fix the idea, how many citation we need under the keyword. So this is the technique named keyword sequence importance. So now we have to know the type of citation. Because when you read the article, we read the citation, but we have to clear idea. How many type of citation? So as we already identified, science research, subject, treatment, parameter. So type of citation will be the 3. Type of citation will be 3. So subject citation, treatment citation, parameter citation. This is the 3 type of citation. So that means for the whole one, if you read any article, under the science, the type of citation will be subject citation, treatment citation, and parameter citation. So now how identify which on subject, which on treatment, and which is the parameter citation? In this case, we apply 2 techniques. Subject citation means only subject focus. Subject citation means only subject focus. No treatment focus, no parameter focus. Only subject focus. So this we call the subject citation. And tense will be the present. Subject citation, it is a universal truth. So tense will be the present. So we see here, rice is our staple food. If you delete the non-resource word, is our staple food non-resource word? So if you delete the non-resource word, only the one word remaining, rice. So this citation focus about the rice. So this is the subject citation. And you see the tense, present. Treatment citation means treatment focus. No subject focus, no parameter focus. No subject focus, no parameter focus. And tense also will be the present. So salinity is an environmental factor of plant. If you delete the non-resource word, remaining word the salinity. So this salinity will focus about the treatment citation under the treatment part. And tense also present. Then how identify the parameter citation? Parameter citation means this is interaction from the subject and treatment. Parameter produced from the subject and treatment interaction. So parameter means data collection. Plant height, tiller number, nitrogen content, phosphorus content, the fever. So when we apply the treatment on the subject body, then we have to take the data measurement. So measurement or data collection, the origin from the subject and treatment interaction. So parameter citation means we need the subject information, we need the treatment, we need the parameter. So 3 things together produce the parameter citation. Like example, father, mother. Father is the subject, mother is the treatment. And child, the children, production, it is a parameter. So only subject, only father cannot produce the children, only mother cannot produce the children. So children production, interaction between the father and mother. So parameter citation production from the interaction of the subject and treatment. So parameter citation, we need three: subject, treatment, parameter. And tense will be the past. Tense will be the past. Because these are the findings. Subject, treatment, not the finding, it is universal truth. So present will be the tense. But parameter is the findings, result, so the tense will be the past. So here we see yield of rice was decreased due to the salinity. If you delete the non-research word, so there is a three word: yield, rice, and salinity. Yield belongs to the parameter, rice belongs to the subject, salinity belongs to the treatment. So this information focus about the parameter citation. So this is the way to know the type of citation and identification of the type of citation. Subject citation, subject focus; treatment citation, treatment focus; parameter citation, parameter focus. So these are the three type of citation for the any research for the whole of the world. For the social science, so the research element three: respondent, IV, and DV. Sometimes we need the mediator and moderator. Sometimes we need the mediator and moderator. So the type of citation for the social science will be same: respondent citation, IV citation, DV citation. And identification also same, previous. If the respondent citation means IV, DV absent, tense present. If the independent citation means R, DV absent, tense will be the present. If the dependent variable citation, that means we need the respondent, IV, and DV. Three together produce the dependent variable, and tense will be the past. So now we need the location, type of citation. Subject citation, treatment citation, parameter, or RIV, DB citation. So we cannot use the all citation everywhere. When we want to use the introduction part, so only we can use the trend. No specific result, no value, no findings. But for the discussion part, we need the specific result. And we can use the relative data. Relative data. Relative data means from the original data, we have to calculate how many percent increasing, decreasing compared to the control. How many percent increasing and decreasing compared to the control. So this is called the relative data. So if you want to write the parameter citation for the discussion part, we can modify, we can produce the relative data. But when you want to write the parameter citation for the introduction, only we can use the trend. No specific value, no result, no data. Only that we have to mention the trend. Like yield increasing due to the higher application of the urea. How much increase we did not mention, and how much urea you apply, we did not mention. So introduction, under the introduction parameter citation will be different, and under the discussion the parameter citation will be different. Under the discussion part, parameter you have to modify. Parameter citation to modify using the relative data. That means the highest treatment, the best treatment, how many percent increase, decrease compared to the control treatment. Now, next issue, If we download our article, so article selection, grading of the article very important for my research. Otherwise, it will bring the less quality, no quality information. We have to spend more time. So article selection is very important. So how we select the article? Using the SQL model. Using the SQL model. What is the meaning of the SQL? SQL means S means similarity. S means similarity. So how identify the similarity? Using the STP. Using the STP. That means for my research, who is subject? What is treatment? And what is the parameter? So subject, treatment, parameter I have to identify from the title or objective. So when I read any article, if you see that this article, the similar information about the subject, treatment, parameter, so this one of the criteria, I can select this article because my STP and this article, download article also STP similar, almost similar. So on criteria, the similarity using the STP method or RIVDB. Second criteria, Q. Q means quality. Q means quality. My download article, I have to identify it belongs to the impact factor under the JCO or Scopus. Normally for the whole world, the recognized article under the JCR or Scopus, Journal Citation Report or Scopus. And they have also the ranking, Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4 ranking. So if the download article under the JCR, the Q1, Q2, Q3 or under the Scopus, so that means this article, we can consider the quality article. So another criteria, quality, and we have to check the quality. Another criteria, the latest. Latest means the year. This article published which year? This citation, which year? So from the year, you can get idea, latest or not latest. Normally, we consider last 10 years. Last 10 years, we consider the latest article, not more than 10 years. But if any published theory, any methodology, in this case, we can use more than 10 years, no problem. But if you consider another parameter, your findings, your result, under this part, we have to focus only last 10 years, the citation, parameter citation, not more than 10 years. So that means article selection will be based on the similarity, quality, and latest. Similarity, quality, latest. So when I download the article, if I found 3 criteria is good. I have the similarity, I found the quality, also found the latest. That means this all article we consider another grade A. Another grade A. Then number 2 option. Similarity okay. Quality may not so okay, but latest is okay. We have the similarity and latest. Quality not so good. So in this case, we consider the grade B. Why? Because still they have the minimum quality. So we can select as a grade B. If we found the similarity and latest is okay. Similarity and latest is grade B. Another grade SQ. Similarity and quality. Similarity and quality. But no latest. So this article not good for my research. Why? Because there is the old version, more than 10 years. So only the similarity and quality we should not select. So this we put under the grade C. But still, as it is a similarity and quality, we can use some English or methodology, some interaction using the SQ. The last one, QL. We found quality okay, latest okay, but no similarity. So this article we cannot select. Why? Because our main target, our research should be similar STP or similar RIVDB. So that means article selection, we can use the 4 technique: SQL model, SL model, SQ, and QL. So using this idea, then we can classify I download 50 articles. Out of the 50, how many articles will consider under the SQL? Similarity, quality, latest. So it will be under the grade A. Then how many will consider the similarity and latest? Consider grade B. And how many consider under the similarity and quality? Consider C. And how many will consider under the quality and latest? Grade B. So this way we can grading our download article. Then it will be easier to prepare our thesis, introduction, literature, and other things. So here we see how the application of the STP. Application of STP . So you see here application of STP for subject or treatment. So STP means we can produce the 6 combination. We can produce the 6 combination: TSP, TPS, PTS, PST, and SPT. 6 model. So although we are getting the 6 model, but to write our introduction regarding TPS, we will follow only the STP model, subject treatment parameter. But when we want to write the parameter citation, we can recycling 6 different style using the 6 STP, the model. See, this is some example incomplete model. That means in the title we found only subject and the parameter, no treatment keyword. So this is the incomplete sentence. Only have the subject keyword and parameter keyword, no treatment keyword. This is the incomplete sentence. So here you see from the title until the reference, if you delete the non-research word, the remaining word, the red color, because black color research or non-research word, black color non-research word, and red color research word. So if you delete the non-research word, remaining word we found all belongs to the subject treatment parameter. All belongs to the subject treatment parameter. But regarding the sentence arrangement, in the sentence you see the different model. First title TPS model, under the objective TPS, under the method PST, under the conclusion SPT. So you see in the article, this 6 model we have to apply: title, abstract, introduction, material, method, result, discussion, conclusion. And we have to recycling 6 different way. So it will helpful to reduce the plagiarism. This is some example for the social science. The RIVDV. So if you delete the non-research word, remaining word will be under the parameter citation. And it will consider under the different the component IVDVR, DVIVR. So different component we can apply under the different the part of the article. For the science, if we do the primary data, we need the pilot survey. We need the pilot survey. Pilot survey means Our total data collection 300, 400 participants from the rice farmer or teacher or any banker. Like total sample size is 400. So before going to final data collection, first we have to do the primary survey, pilot survey. Why? Because from the survey, we can see some problem. We can identify regarding the questionnaire, other material. So then we can improve, we can revise. So pilot survey means only 30 sample we can take the data before going to the final survey. And after the pilot survey, we need the reliability and validity test. Because if the pilot survey we confirm that's good, then we can proceed for the large scale data collection. For this time, pilot survey, we need the identification, reliability, and validity. And measurement also we have to check using the Cronbach alpha the system. And we need the appropriate sampling technique. We need the proper measurement variable. And data analysis, we can discuss from the expert, and we have to measurement of the all data analysis. For the primary data, secondary data just from the any source, you can collect and later you analyze using the case or descriptive analysis. So then you can prepare your secondary data. So now for the primary data, we have to develop the conceptual framework. Because if you want to prepare the questionnaire, we must need the conceptual framework. So if you have the conceptual framework, then we cannot produce the questionnaire. So then how we prepare the conceptual framework? So we can prepare the framework, conceptual framework, using the published theory, using the published theory. So here you see 3 different model, different theory already published. Different IV. They have different IV. So according to my title, according to my research, I have to extract some independent variable IV. Then I have to extract, is there any dependent variable? Then IV and dependent variable, then we can make a relation. What is the relation between the IV and DV? So find out the relation between the IV and DV using the conceptual framework. So these are under the primary data collection. Primary data collection. So that means for the primary data, we have to develop the conceptual framework. Why? Using the conceptual framework, we have to select our IV. And how many IV select, this depends on my objective research. So here we see the 3 different models. Under the first model, capacity, willingness, opportunity, this is the 3 IV. AMO model, 3 IV. But last one, the 2 IV. Last one, 2 IV. So now I have to read some published theory. So from the theory, I can extract some IV. That means I modify. Sometimes we can take the IV directly from other theory, or sometimes I can modify. So here you see this conceptual framework, we extract from the different theory. And finally, the IV is the total IV 4. Knowledge, attitude, motivation, ease of technology. So this IV selection we got from the previous published theory. Here you see all 3 theory together, around 8 IV. Around 8 IV. But for my research, we only take only 4 IV. Now, Under the 4IB, I want to make a relation about the farmer's performance. About the farmer's performance. So making relation among the farmer's performance. So then we can prepare the questionnaire. We can prepare the questionnaire. Under the AV, under the every IB, we can produce the questionnaire. So like knowledge on IB, we want to see the relation hypothesis. What is the hypothesis, the knowledge and the performance? What is the relation with the attitude and the performance? What is the relation motivation and the performance? What is the relation age of the technology, the performance? So relation between the IB and DB. So this is like called the conceptual framework. Then using the conceptual framework, we have to prepare the questionnaire or survey under the every, the IB. This conceptual framework. If you have the mediator or moderator, so in this case, the relation will be the different and hypothesis will be the different. So under this conceptual framework, IB is the salary, the fringe benefit or flexibility. These are all IB. And DB always fixed. For the social science, DB always fixed. Like the performance. Performance will be the DB. So salary, fringe or flexibility, all IB. And the DB. So sometimes we need the relation, connection between the IBDB. So in this case, we need the mediator and moderator. In this case, we need the mediator and moderator. And hypothesis will be changed. Because previous hypothesis, what is the relation with the salary and the performance? What is the relation with the flexibility and the performance? Now another, the hypothesis need the relation with the salary, employment, then performance. Need the relation with the fringe benefit, employment, then performance. So these all are under the conceptual framework using the mediator and moderator. Then under the every keyword, we make a 3 to 5 questionnaire. Then we have to discuss with the supervisor. If the supervisor agrees that your conceptual framework, IBDB selection okay, your hypothesis okay, then we can start the data collection. So primary data, normally we consider 400 participants or 300 participants. But from the 400, 300 participants, first we have to make a pilot survey to confirm our findings, the system. Sometimes it is wrong. So before the final data collection, we need the pilot survey. After the pilot survey, if you need to improve, if you need onto any IV or any data collection, then after the final stage, then we can start the data collection. So this is called the conceptual framework for the primary data. So here we see some published article. If you delete the non-resource word, the remaining word will be the resource word. So here we see soil moisture nutrient belong to the parameter. Organic amendment belong to the statement. Party, soil, under the sun. So you see in the title, we found the parameter, we found the treatment, and we found the subject. And regarding the sequence, subject, treatment, parameter, information, you see here the first information about the subject. Then second information about the treatment, about the parameter. So that means when you want to write the introduction or literature review, also we have to follow the proper sequence, STP. We should not use another 5 model, TPS, PTS, no. Introduction, only one model, STP model. So here we see also the similar example. In the title, we found the treatment subject parameter, and the abstract part, From the abstract part, we produce the latest citation, latest parameter, latest citation for the parameter. So how we extract the latest citation for the parameter? If you read the abstract part, so in the last part of the abstract, you see there is some parameter findings. There is some parameter findings. So these findings you copy and paste. These findings you just copy and paste. Put in the author name. Then it will be the new latest citation from this paper. Like this paper 2019. 18. So from the published abstract, the findings you can extract and put this author name, so it will be the new findings under the parameter citation. So that means if you have the latest article, using the latest articles, you can also extract or produce another few citation for your the subject treatment parameter citation. So this is one of the technique. Using the published abstract, we can also get the latest citation, especially for the parameter citation. Parameter citation. Also from the result part, if you get the main findings from the parameter like plant growth, so this one also you can copy and paste and put the author name, so it become a latest citation like 2018 using this the citation. So for this either abstract part or either result part, so it already published. So this one we can copy and paste and put the author name, so it become a new citation for your parameter citation. So this technique also helpful to get the latest citation about the parameter. So if you did not get the latest citation for the parameter, so please try to extract some latest new citation using the parameter abstract part or the result part. So here you see the Lohmann 2018. These findings can be used as a citation for the parameter. You just copy and put this author name, and when you write any paper, just put this citation. So it become a new citation for the whole of the world. So using the abstract is also good. So this is some example of the social science. If you delete the non-research work, in the industrial plantation, ecosystem surveys. So these all are the non-research work. Effect of perspective China on non-research work. Industrial plantation, ecosystem service, these are the non-research work. So the keyword selection must be come from RIVDV. So in the keyword selection we see here, responded keyword have, DV keyword have, IV keyword. But the sequence is not right way. Because after the responded, DV. So that means keyword selection will come from the respondent, IV and DV. So English also very important for English. So when you write the thesis, there is some common word. Common word we can put some synonym word, and this synonym word we can put in the bank then when I am to write the thesis, I can use the different style, different order, but different order. For the methodology or any part. And some word also we can use for the objective. So similar meaning, but we can multiply different the way. So this we can put in the bank. So this was the common word for the objective. And we have around 500 special word. So this word we did not put in the slide, but if you interest, I will send the document. So this special word bank, especially when this word is helpful for your quality of the English. So this is an example, common word bank. So here you see sword. Around 15 different words we produce, similar meaning. So when you want to write your thesis, we should not use the always the same word or sword. We can recycling. 15 different recycling. So this is also helpful for the English and also the plagiarism. So we have to prepare our some basic keyword always need in the thesis or in the publication. So this technique we can apply, and until die we can apply this technique. Just we have to collect the information, similar meaning, put in the bank, and when you want to write the paper, just we have to copy and paste. So this is some example common word for the objective. Because normally there is a few keyword for the objective. Determine, analysis, like this. But this is not good because always we have to write the similar word. For this we can produce the synonym meaning of the objective. Then we can put in our account. Then when I am to write my paper or thesis, then different objective we can use a different word. So this is called the common word bank for the objective. So now we have to classify the thesis under the grade A, grade B, grade C, and also under the different citation. So if I download 50 article, so this article according to the model of the SQL or SL or SQ or QL, then we have to put under the grade A, grade B, and grade C. Because if from the beginning we screening our article, which on the grade A, which on the grade B, which on the grade C, then when I will top up the information about the subject citation, treatment citation, and parameterization, it will be easy and systematic will be qualitative. Grading and selection of the article is very important. Either thesis or a publication, our type of citation is 3: subject, treatment, parameter. Subject citation means subject focus, citation means treatment focus, parameter focus. So social in our laptop to categorize according to that level, the similarity, quality, and latest, and we can put A, B, C, and also different treatment. Now we want to write the introduction. Thesis introduction or individual public introduction or any project introduction. So write introduction, we have to use the BPO model. That means background, problem statement, objective. Background, problem statement, objective. And shape will be the funnel shape. Introduction will be the funnel shape. Meaning larger part will be the background, The medium, the narrow part will be the problem statement. Very specific part will be the objective. Very specific part will be the objective. So, regarding the introduction, we have to follow the BPO model: background, problem statement, objective. So, regarding the background, like we have to explain about the subject, treatment parameter, RIBDB. But next issue, the problem statement. This is very important for our research. How I explain the problem statement. So in this case, we have to follow the PGCSN model. PGCSN model. So that means problem statement, we have to fix the keyword, key point. Then among the key point, make a sequence. Then all key points are not similar important. All key points are not similar important. So on the basis of the percent importance, then we can classify the which one I have to bring the more information, which is less information. So out of the 5 components, then we can put the percent importance, the ratio among the keyword. And also the tense also important, because all components are not the similar tense. Some of will be the past and some of the present. So here, problem statement, if you want to write the problem statement, first we have to give the idea previous or. That means last 5 years, what research already done regarding my criteria and objective. So then we have to get idea from the previous study, last 5 years. So from the previous study, previous or, then you can identify what is the gap between your objective and previous the research. So we have to find out the gap. So when I get the find out the gap, then this gap we have to fill up. So if you want to fill up this gap, we need a lot of challenge. We need the solution to gap this fill up. So we have to explain what are the challenge and this challenge how we can overcome. After that, if I overcome, if I solve this problem, what is the benefit? What is the significant study to the community or economy or environmentally or food security? So this we have to explain using this project. What is the benefit for the country? What is the benefit for the community or for the food security? We have to explain in detail. So this is called the significance of the study. After that, novelty. That means regarding your project, objective number 1, 2, 3, only little information is available. Only few research information available. So if I do research, if I conduct the 3, 4 experiment, then I can solve this problem. For this, my research is new. So this is called the novelty of research. And tense, only the previous work you have to write in past tense, other in present. And citation, only previous work will be the citation, other component will be the own word, own argue. We have to explain with the present tense, with my own idea, own logic, own explanation. And ratio, the percent importance, because all 5 components is not similar important for my research. All 5 components are not similar important for my research. So which one more focus? Which one the less? Which one the lowest focus? So using the value of the percent, we can fix. So the ratio will be 3, 2, 2, 1. So like example, if I want to write the 2-page problem statement, so maybe like 50 line or 50 sentence. So this 50 sentence, according to the percent importance or using the ratio, we can calculate previous work, how many sentences we have to write. Gap literature, how many sentences have to write. Challenge, how many sentences have to write. Significance, how many sentences have to write. So we can easily identify using the percent importance. For this, KSI technique also can apply in the problem statement using the PGCSN model. So now also need the parts of speech, So our keyword selection, like subject, treatment, parameter, all the word come from the noun, come from the noun. So now our target, introduction. So like example, in individual publication, we need the 30 citation, 30. We need the total citation, 30. For the individual publication. But if you consider the thesis, master's or PhD, for the science, we need the 40 or 50 citation. We need the 40 or 50 citation. That means around 5 to 6 pages. And individual publication, individual experiment, individual objective, only we consider introduction, 2 pages. Double space, time New Roman, 12 font. Double space, time New Roman, 12 font. So our calculation based on the double space system, time New Roman, and 12 font. So if you want to write the introduction, so tentative, the total citation will be 30. Total citation will be 30. So now, this 30 citation I have to distribute under the different keyword. So using the title, salinity effect on yield antioxidant mineral composition, non-researcher we delete. So now we select the keyword rise, salinity, yield, antioxidant mineral. Rise belongs to subject, salinity belongs to treatment, yield, antioxidant mineral belongs to the parameter. And also percent importance, 10, 30, 60. So this percent importance, very, very important to make a layout. Because if we make a layout, then our total citation calculation will be very easy. So now, according to the percent importance, our target total citation 30. So from the 30, that means subject 10% citation. That means 3 citation we need. Under the salinity, 30% means we need the 9 citation from the 30 citation. Under the yield, because total under the parameter, the 60% importance. So here the 3 parameter, yield parameter 20%, antioxidant 30%, mineral 10%. So now you can calculate how many citation you need for the yield, how many citation for the antioxidant. So this layout very important to write the introduction. Then it will be easy and very systematic. When you have this layout, now you have to go your article A and B, grade A and grade B. So about the subject, rise, you need the 3 citation. You just copy and paste. About the salinity, you need the 9 citation. You just copy from the grade A and grade B. About the yield, you need the 6 citation. You collect from the grade A and grade B. So whatever you need, according to the layout, you copy and paste. After that, you can paraphrasing. So before write your introduction, you must have a layout. Then it will be easy and systematic way. How many citation you need under the every keyword. So the keyword selection depends from your research. It will like 5 to 6 or 7 if the individual publication. But if the thesis, the keyword selection will be more, 8 to 10. So keyword selection you have to carefully select. But subjects keyword will be only 1, treatment only one or 2. But major under the parameter keyword will 3, 4, 5, 6, depend on the objective. So now, if you want to write your result part, we have the 10 parameter. So I have to write 10 parameter findings. So how I write? I should not follow the all similar style to write all the findings. I have the 10 parameter, plant height, chlorophyll, nitrogen content, phosphorus content, yield data. So all parameter I should not follow the similar style. I have to follow 2 different style, the sample, 2 different technique. So how I follow? So this is the example. I have to read the grade A and grade B. I have to write the one parameter like the plant height. So I have to see who is article they write the proper way. So I have to follow one article. So using this article, I can prepare one sample, the plant height, sample A. Then I have to write another parameter, chlorophyll. So I will see from the grade and grade B, which on the proper way, systematic way. I can follow them. Then I can prepare another different style. So that means when we write the result, we should not follow the one style. We should follow the 2-3 different style. So it will help for the quality English and the plagiarism reduction. So if I follow the 2 different style, so like I have the 10 parameter. 10 parameter. So now parameter number 1, parameter number 3, parameter number 5, parameter 7 and 9. I will follow sample number 1 technique. Sample number 1 technique. Then another parameter, like parameter number 2, 4, 6. So in this case, I follow another sample technique, number 2 technique. So that means when I write the result, I have to write the result 2-3 different style. So it will helpful for the quality English and the plagiarism. So when we write the result, every result there is a first sentence. We have to write the first sentence. That means significant different. So you see here, when we write the result, so we can produce the 6 different style using our 6 STP model. STP, TPS, PST, TPS. So 6 different model. We can apply to prepare 6 different style for the first sentence. So when I write the result, every first sentence I have to follow the change the style. We should not follow the same style. It will be the different style, especially using the 6 STP model. So this technique also helpful for the quality English and also the plagiarism reduction. So when we write the result, so we have to follow the write-up result ITRLR model. That means this is the 6 basic component we have to explain in the result. 6 things we have to consider. Also the sequence. So this is the model name ITRLR. So if you have this model, when you write your result about the plant height, chlorophyll or other anything, you just follow this style. So then all information will be the systematic. And out of the 6 here, the first sentence, introductory, second, trend, range of data, lowest findings, highest findings, relative data. Relative data is very important. That means my data, how much percent increase or decrease compared to the control treatment. So we have to identify. So there is a formula. Calculation of the relative data, there is a formula. So please, not all parameters, some major parameter findings, we have to explain using the relative data. That means my best treatment, how many percent increasing, decreasing compared to the control treatment. So this data information we need. Another thing, if you want to reduce the plagiarism, first sentence you have to use the PST, that means all component. We need the parameter subject treatment from the first sentence. But another second, third, fourth, fifth, we should not use the subject odd. Because if you put the subject odd again and again, so it will increase the plagiarism. So here you see the tar gas is the subject. Tar gas is the subject. So this odd, under this the final result, we should not use again the tar gas. Why? Because it will helpful to reduce the plagiarism. So if the one parameter result, if you avoid the tar gas odd, here you see only we use the tar gas only one time. Another 5 times we did not use. That means 5 tar gas odd we can avoid. So if you have the 10 parameter findings, so 10 parameter findings means every parameter you can avoid the tar gas odd. So that means totally under the 10 parameter, around 90 tar gas odd will be the avoid. So subject odd, you don't need to use always in the result part. But parameter word and treatment part we have to use. So using this technique, avoiding the subject matter word in the result part, also helpful for the quality English or the plagiarism. Another result writing is structured. Previous result writing in detail. Previous result writing in detail. But this one only the shortcut. This is also good if you can write. Only the significant findings and the related data. You have the 10 treatment. But out of the 10 treatment, only one treatment the best and significant. So only you focus the which are the best treatment. Other result no need to follow. And this best treatment you have to compare with the control. How many percent increase decrease? How many percent increase decrease? So if you want to write the result this way also good, because this is the only shortcut. Structured the concise system. So only two components you can use. Only the base findings result and this base findings result, how many percent increase compared to the control treatment. Now the discussion, how we have to write the discussion using the KSI model. You see the funnel here, now the opposite funnel. When the introduction, we put the normal funnel. That means upper part larger and down part specific. So upper part means BPO model. Introduction using the BPO, background, population statement, objective. So objective down is specific. So when you want to write the discussion actually from origin from who? From who? Discussion origin from the objective. Your objective number 1, I have to explain in detail. So this is the discussion. Objective number 2, I have to explain in detail. This is the discussion. For this why, discussion will be the opposite river funnel set from the introduction. So now previously objective and the down very specific. Now under the discussion, objective go the upper part. Then down part, that means we have to explain in detail. So when the explain in detail large scale, so for this funnel is changed, the opposite funnel. And explanation will be on the basis of the significant result, non-significant result no need. Only the significant parameter, significant result you have to find the focus to write in the discussion part. So if you want to write the discussion part, which model use? The model name RFMSO. The model name RFMSO. R means reason. F means the findings. M means the mechanism. S means the similar findings. And O means the opposite. But last one is option. Alternative or opposite findings is option. But 4 component RMFS, RFMS, this is compulsory for any discussion. So we have to follow this sequence. First, we have to make a keyword discussion about our findings, then sequence. So like example, I have to write the plan height. So first I have to give the idea, according to the objective, what is the reason of this study. And the word will be one word, present tense. What will be the one word, present tense. Then after that, I have to find out the best treatment. What is the best treatment? I have 10 treatment. But among the 10 treatment, number T5, the best treatment. So I have to bring this best treatment, the results. Under the discussion part, we don't need to bring the lowest treatment value. Other no treatment value, only the best treatment findings. After the best treatment findings, that means my result is increasing or decreasing. Either increase or decrease. So why increasing? Why the best? Why produce the highest data, highest yield, highest the finding? So we have to explain why increase or why decrease. Why increase or why decrease? We also need the mechanism, plant mechanism, medical mechanism, engineering mechanism. If the social science mechanism. So that means after the best treatment, we need the proper explanation with the mechanism. Why increase and decrease. Then after that, I have to prove the result. So that means my result must be similar with other researcher, the previous study. Then I can bring the issue, okay, my plant height is increased, and so previous researcher, the application, the same treatment, same, then they also the similar result. So I have to explain that my result also similar with the other researcher. So we have to bring the idea, the researcher name, and also need the data in result in detail. Result in detail. Then last one, consider alternate explanation. Sometimes we need, sometimes no need. If you think your result is not similar with other researcher, in this case, you have to argue why the different. In this case, there is maybe social factor, environmental factor, climate factor. Also, you have to bring the explanation, the mechanism, other factor. But if you think no need, just avoid it. Then regarding the person importance, all key points are not similar. Out of the 4 or 5, the major explanation, the brief summary of the findings. Other, we just give the tentative idea. The region 5%, similar finding 20%. If you have the alternate, maybe 10%. But this is not mandatory that you can follow the exactly person importance. It will be plus minus. That means which one more focus, which one less focus, plus minus. Also, you have to be careful with the tense. Which one the present, which the past. In the slide already give the idea, which one the present, which the past. So our next discussion, we have to follow this way. So this is some example, how we explain the result. Because publication depend how we explain your result. If you can proper explanation with the proper discussion, the proper mechanism, proper the reason, then there is a chance you can publish the quality article. So you see the example here. Biochar treated plot produce the highest yield compared to the control treatment. These are one of the findings. You have the 10 treatment. Out of the 10 treatment, one treatment get the good result. Like treatment 5. What is the result? Like 10-ton biochar, and highest yield was the 5-ton. Apply the 10-ton biochar, and rice yield was 5-ton. This is the findings. So now you have to explain why this 10-ton biochar produce the maximum yield. Why? What is the reason behind? So in the plant science, we consider like photosynthesis. When you apply the biochar, they have a lot of nutrients like nitrogen, phosphorus. So they are helping to grow the plant properly. Plant height increase. The stomatal activity increasing. The sunlight is good. So this all belongs to the photosynthesis data. So due to this happen, plant grow properly. And for this why they also get the more seed and the more the value. So this is the reason how get the highest value. And behind I have to put the mechanism. What is the mechanism behind? So this is the way to explain your any best findings, best result, mechanism. So this is some tips for the review paper. If you want to write the review paper, these are some tips. So for the especially review paper, try to put some information in the table. And try to summarize your some findings in the table and try to add some the figure or drawing sketch. So if you put the some sketch or draw or figure in the review paper, so it is good for your quality the review paper. So only the information is should not good. Some information we put as a text, some information we can put as a table, and some mechanism, some the factor we have to draw, either modify or you can use copy and paste from the other researcher using the reference. So we have to put in our the review paper. Then this review paper will be the more quality, more informative. So like, if you want to write the review paper or literature review for a thesis, literature review for a thesis. So we have to target how many citations we need. Because different university, different researcher, different opinion. For the this is I am to discuss about the thesis literature review. Like our total target, maybe 20 pages. Double space, time New Roman 12 font. Our calculation, double space, time New Roman 12 font. So 20 page, like tentative, maybe the total 100 citation we need. Total 100 citation we need. So under this total 100 citation, according to the person importance. Previously already discussed, subject person importance 10%. Under the treatment, 30%. Under the parameter, 60. So here you see, rise the subject, the total is the 10%. And under the rise, we produce the sub headline, sub keyword, origin and nutritional value. So origin, the less important. So we put the 4%. Nutritional value more important, we put the 6%. Similar, salinity, total 30. So the two sub headlines, salinity, definition and the mechanism. Under the salinity, less important, like 10%. Mechanism, we need more explanation, like 20. Under the yield, the total, the 20%. From the 20, like salinity effect on growth and salinity to the yield. So like 10%. Under the antioxidant, there is 3 sub-headline. Flavonoid, phenolic content. So flavonoid is more focused, like 20%. Phenolic content less focused, 10%. Under the mineral, we have the nitrogen, we have the phosphorus, calcium. So nitrogen more focused. For this I will give the 4%. Phosphorus may be less, 3%. Calcium may be more, 4%. So according to the person importance, now we can calculate how many citations we need under the every keyword and sub-keyword. So the right side we see the total citation is 100. So out of the 100, how many keyword we need under the every the keyword. So this is the layout. So you make a layout, then according to the layout, we have to top up the information using our grade A and grade B article. So after the top up, then later we have to paraphrasing to reduce the plagiarism and to change the English quality, the other things. So this is like idea to write the literature review using the KSI, and this literature review we can publish as a review paper. So, but depend how many citations you need to write your literature review. We already mentioned for the introduction. Any introduction, either science, social science, for the publication, the total citation will be plus minus 30, 35. Total citation number will be plus minus 30, 35. And in the bracket, maybe 3-4 researchers the findings. So this we consider only 1 citation. We should not consider 3 citations. Like rice is the staple food. Rice is a staple food. In the bracket, if there is a one, that's reference on the author name. And if somebody writes the 3 author name, so that means we consider 1 citation. That means in the bracket, either 3, 4 the author name, we consider only 1 citation. So this is the calculation citation. So for the introduction, total citation will be 30 plus minus 5, 35. So this 35 citation, we have to calculate aloud for the subject, how many citations, for the treatment, how the parameter, how many. And under the problem statement, also same. And if you are research under the masters, Master's introduction means normally we focus 40 citation. Under the background part, not published statement part, under the background, 40 citation for the master's. If the PhD, 50 citation. But the social science will be different. Social science total citation will be for the introduction part around maybe 100. So this is up to you. So this is the tentative idea for the introduction total citation. The similar for the literature review, if the science research, so our total citation number will be around 100 to 150. 100 to 150, better 150. Why? Because when we write the introduction, we use the double space, the time New Roman, and 12 font. So in this case, normally we need the around 20 to 30 page in the literature review. 20 to 30 page. So 20 to 30 page means, so total citation will be tentative, like example, like 150. So that means better we target like total 150 citation for the literature review. So this 150 citation, according to the person importance, you just make a layout. How many citation we need under the every keyword and the sub keyword. So before collection information about the literature review, if you have the layout first like this table, then it will be easy. The how many citation I need about the subject, how many citation I need about the treatment, how many citation I need the parameter for the parameter 1, parameter 2, parameter 3. So just we can top up and then later we can the paraphrasing. So it will be the very systematic and the quality information will come. So if you want to write the direct review paper, it's not from the thesis literature review, any review paper. So in this case, you have to fix your title, and according to the title, you have to make a layout. The headline. This is like influence of the biochar on the greenhouse gas emission from agriculture soil, a review. We have to write the review paper. This is not from the thesis, the literature review. It's a separate review paper. Now, according to your title, we have to think how many the subtitle, the things we should include to explain this review paper. So like we put here around 10 are the main important things. 10 main important things. Preparation, biochar, blah, blah, mechanism, the 10. So if you cover these 10 the information, this review paper will be the quality, the helpful, the systematic. So that means before collection information, first I have to develop to explain this review paper, how many sub-headline or how many things I have to include. Then among the sub-headline, need the proper sequence. Because systematic information is very good. Preparation of the biochar, I should not put in the last step. Because this is the fundamental. So we also need among the sub-headline proper the sequence. Then another issue, the person importance. Do you think these 10 sub-headline is all similar important to explain this review paper, or it will be the different important? Obviously, must be. When we have the 10 different the points, it never will be the similar important. It will be the different importance. So from my experience, or from the group, we have the 5 author, your supervisor, or other friend. You discuss. Okay, this is our tentative layout, like 10 idea we have to include under this review paper. So now, which one I have to more focus? You give the tentative value. Someone 5%, someone 10%, or 20%. After the putting the tentative percent importance, then again you recheck the value is correct or right. You can modify and edit. Then you finalize. So now you put total volume 100, you finalize this 5, this 10, 10, 10. Now we have to calculate the total citation number. This calculation we put at 100 because easy. But you should not follow this one. You have to target for your review paper, according to your research or according to the thesis, how many total citation you need. If the 150, so calculation will be changed according to 150. If you think the social science, sometimes we need the more citation, like 200. So your target total citation 200. So our percent importance fixed 100. So using the volume of percent importance 100, then total citation number you just get the idea how many citation. If like now 100 citation means every person similar citation. If the 200, that means it will be double. If the 150 citation, so it will be a little bit change. 5 becomes 7.5, 10 become 15, 20 become 30. So you have to prepare the proper layout. So now according to the layout, you go back your grade A and grade B. Then you have to find function of preparation of biochar. I need the 5 citation. But in the grade A, I have the 20 article. In the grade B, I have another 20. But I need only the 5. So I have to find out which on the quality and the latest. On the 5 quality information, I will bring top up. So finish the first item. Then I have to go second item. Function of biochar. How many citation I need? 5. Again, I have to go back in my laptop. Grade A and grade B. Or I already screen the subject citation, treatment citation, parameter citation, the folder. So I have to go inside the folder. Then I need only 5 citation about the function of biochar. Try to latest and qualitative. So by this way, you just top up whatever we need until the whole layout. Then next issue, we have to start the plagiarism, reduction and the paraphrasing. So this is the way, easy way, proper make layout, then try to get the information about the year. Now, if you want to write your introduction, so the model name, now abstract. If you want to write the abstract, so we have 2 type article, review article and research article. So also key points will be different. Key points will be different. So abstract also we have to apply the KSI. Keyword selection, key point selection, make a sequence, also make a person important among the keyword. So research article, the model name is IOMFR. The key point, IOMFR. That means we need the introductory importance, we need the objective, we need the brief methodology, we need the findings, we need the recommendation to write the excellent abstract. And we have to consider the also tense, which are present, which are the past, and also person importance. Like abstract, we write like 10 sentences. But my component, the 5. So do you think these 5 components similarly important for abstract? No. Some more important, some less. For this, I will also give the value. Out of the 5 components, the findings you have to more focus. How many percent? Out of the 100, the 50% you have to give about your findings, major findings. Like 3-4 major findings. In the result, the total findings more than 10 parameter, more than 10 dB. But in the abstract, only we focus only 2, 3, 4 major findings. So if the total 10 sentence our budget, so these 10 sentences we distribute among according to this person importance. 50% 5 sentences. Big methodology 21 sentence. Objective 10 1 sentence. So this is the layout. If the review paper, in this case we need the IFR model. Introductory importance, then summarize findings, then hypothetical future research. Also tense, present, past, present, different. Also person importance, first on 20%, summarize findings 70%, and hypothetical research 10%. So if we have this layout, you know how many sentences, which point I have to write more and which one I have to write less. So this is the idea to write the abstract using the KSI. So this is calculation for the one objective, one publication. But when you want to write your thesis abstract, like 3 objective or 4 objective. So in this case, you just multiply 3 times. Because one abstract 10 sentence. But if your thesis 3 objective means 3 multiplied 30 sentence. If the 4 objective, 4 multiplied 40 sentence for your thesis abstract. But if the individual abstract publication, only 10 sentence. But regarding your component, the 5 component you need everywhere, and so need also present and past tense, and also need the proper percent importance, which one I have to more and with the less. So this is the introduction layout. We already discussed. Introduction means BPO model. Background, problem statement, then objective. Under the background means subject, treatment, parameter. For under the problem statement, PGCSM. Previous study, gap, challenges, insignificant, novelty. And percent importance. So across the layout, you just can top up whole in the introduction. If you want to write the conclusion. So review article and research article also conclusion different. So research article, we need the, how many? 4 components. Key findings, recommendation, limitation, future research. 4 key points you have to include. And sequence also this one. First key finding, then recommendation, then recommendation and future research. Then also, out of the 4 components, we have to consider the percent important, which are more focused. So out of the 4, the first one you do the more explain, the findings. So 60%. Other one, 20, 10, 10, 10. So that means if you write the conclusion 10 sentence, out of the 10 sentence, 6 sentence your findings, 2 sentence recommendation, and 1 sentence limitation, 1 sentence future research. If the review article, you need the 2 components, summarize findings and hypothetical research. And also follow the percent importance. 80 and 20. Findings will be the 8 sentence, 8 sentence, and hypothesis the 2 sentence. So this also can apply for the conclusion. Here, when you want to write a review paper, under the abstract, under the introduction, under conclusion, the last sentence we need the the standard quality, the sentence, the last sentence. In the abstract, last sentence, in the introduction, last sentence, and the conclusion, last sentence. So we already give the idea. If you review paper abstract, so last sentence you have to put like this. The review paper summarize and discuss how you write. Introduction, there is no objective. In the review paper, introduction, no objective. But you have to write this way. The review paper focus on the roll-up and discuss about blah. In the conclusion, the hypothetical future research, the need, the last sentence. We mention, furthermore, that should be examined, studied to elicit the findings again. So this is the hypothetical research. This slide belongs to for the thesis, master's and PhD thesis. There is a last chapter. We call the summary, conclusion, recommendation. Every thesis we need, I think, all over the world. Because all objective together, your all experiment together, we have to summarize in the last chapter. So we call the summary, conclusion, and recommendation. Like 3 to 4 pages. Depend on the social science, maybe more. So in this case also we need to apply KSI. So what is the model name? BOMFCL model. That means we have to fix the key point, also make a sequence, and also percent importance. Because this all key point is not similar important to write by the summary conclusion. Some are need more, some of the less. So for this side, we just put the tentative idea. Out of this, the all component, the more focus the findings, the 40%. More focus, findings, 40%. Other 10, 20, 20. But this percent importance, you cannot follow like exactly the value. Like a total target 100 sentence. Here, under this summary conclusion, no citation. No citation. Only the findings and blah, blah, blah. No citation. Like totally 100 sentence our target. Our calculation, double space time New Roman 12 font. Double space time New Roman 12 font. It's like total 100 sentence. So out of the total 100 sentence, 40 sentence I have to explain the findings of my research. Objective number 1, 2, 3, 4. According to the sequence. Then brief methodology. Objective number 1, 2, 3. So what about this all key point you have to explain. So if the total 100 sentence, easily calculation. The first one 10 sentence. The second one 5 sentence. The third one 25. The fourth one 40. Until the suggestion future the 5 sentence. So this up to you. If you think I have to write 200, that means 200 sentence. So these 200 sentences is calculated according to this step. But in this case, you don't need to follow like exact the sentence number. But you can put the tentative, the value, this one. We already discussed and we fixed the idea. So still you can maintain the regarding the importance information. Otherwise, if you don't have the percent importance data, the calculation, then when you write, maybe some key point no important, but you write the more sentence. Some of them very important, even the less sentence. So this is the weakness, our point, the researcher. When they write the introduction, we uncontrolled. Parameter findings, we have to more explain. But they put the parameter citation less. Subject, about the subject or treatment with the less information, but they write the more. So using the KSI, if you have the layout, just from the layout, you just follow the percent importance and the sequence. It will be very easy and systematic way. So now our type of citation 3. Subject citation, treatment citation, parameter citation. Subject citation means only subject focus. No treatment focus, no parameter focus. Treatment citation means only treatment focus. No subject focus, no parameter focus. Parameter citation means we need the parameter subject citation all together. So now our main element is 3. Subject, treatment, parameter, or RIBDB. Social science, respond IBDB. 3 elements. So these 3 elements we can recycling 6 times. 6 different styles. STP, PTS, PST, SPT. So similar for the social science, RIBDB, DBIBR, DBRBI, 6 model. So especially for the parameter citation, we can recycling, we can paraphrasing 6 different styles. When I collect the parameter citation from our article, originally there is a one model, maybe TPS model originally. But I have to paraphrase. How I paraphrase? Using the another 5 model. So that means when I originally cut and copy any parameter citation, I have to identify this model belongs to which one? PST or TPS? Like here you see, like first one. The first one originally we collect from the 2018 Wang et al. So you see here, non-research word, if you delete the research word, the nitrogen under the parameter, rice under the subject, and biochar application under the treatment. So model, what is the model? PST. But second one, we paraphrase. So now model name TPS, another model. Then another third one SPT. Then another one PTS. So that means we recycling 4 times. We did not put the all 6, only 4. So that means using the original parameter citation, we can recycling another 5 different style. So this technique helpful for plagiarism, also for the English quality. Also using the quill board system, you can also paraphrase it. You put your information, then you several times paraphrase, then which one suitable for you, then you just use. So this technique also helpful to reduce the plagiarism. Now we are talking about the plagiarism reduction using the KSI. Another technique is the PMT, plus minus technique. Plus minus technique. What is the plus technique? Adding some extra word. Adding some extra word, this is called the plus technique. So how we add? When I originally bring any citation, subject parameter citation, if the citation too small, like one sentence or two sentences, so in this case, I can also top up some extra the sentence. Adding some extra word also helpful to reduce the plagiarism. So this is called the plus technique. Minus technique means when you collect any citation, maybe more than 2-3 sentences, 2-3 lines, then big size. So our target we have to reduce. How we reduce? Non-necessary or non-research word we can delete. So minus some word from the original the citation, this is called the minus technique. Merge technique. That means same information. Sometimes we put the same information but different author. You see here the first paragraph. The meaning of the paragraph about the importance of the turf grass. Turf grass used in the golf field, lawn field, football field. So the three authors, they want to explain what is the importance about the turf grass. But the meaning of this information is almost similar. So we don't need to put all the information like the 6 sentences. So what we should do? We have to merge. Some information we have to delete. Then we have to merge. Then you see, finally, the turf grass is suitable for the mental health and recreation immunity. The message is very clear. This message comes that they explain about the importance of turf grass. So using the merge technique, 2-3 researchers different here, you can merge together, but please put all the author name together. Put the all author name together. So this is called the merge technique. So calculation of the citation. The first paragraph, the total citation 3. Juremi 1 citation, and Lorenzi, this is another 2 citation. But here, last sentence, turf grass suitable, it became 1 citation. So our calculation about the introduction literature review, in the bracket, 1 citation. Although there is maybe 2-3 different authors, but only we consider only 1 citation. So that means we have to follow the calculation only the bracket. Hard word technique. Hard word, what is the meaning of the hard word technique? In the plagiarism system, if you originally copy and paste any citation, if the 6 are together, so the plagiarism will show 100%. Originally, when you copy and paste, if the same word, the 6 word same, so that means it will show the plagiarism. So now, how we can break the plagiarism? So one of the technique, every 3 keyword, we have to break the linkage. Every 3 keyword, we have to break the linkage. If you can break the linkage, then the plagiarism will also reduce. So how we break? For this one, every 3 keyword, we have to bring another new extra word, the potential word. Every 3 word, we have to add another new extra word. But this word should not be from the synonym or from any computer system. This word come from your heart, from your knowledge and experience. You just try to find alternative. So as this word coming from the heart, for this why the technique name hard word technique. Because if you put the synonym system, so it will consider again the plagiarism because the many word already in the system. But hard word technique means it is not the synonym word. It is the some potential word regarding the replacement of this word. Like here, partially very good source alpha linolenic acid. Very good. So we want to replace the very good. So how we can replace? Potential. Very good and potential in the similar meaning. But this not in the synonym word actually. It is some extra word from the heart. So this technique we extract from our own heart. So this is the hard word technique. So now, everybody ready to fly. Write your thesis or introduction using the KSI, you can fly your country. So now this technique in University Putra, Malaysia is a patent. And also it is one of the course in UPM, the system for the postgraduate student. Every semester we offer this course for the master's PhD student for the all field, science, social science, all the faculty open. So if you follow this technique from the beginning, what is the benefit? Your thesis writing will be the faster and the quality. And also your publication will be faster and also quality publication. So although here the meaning of the new picture, the baby, although you are new researcher, you have no experience about your writer, but if from the beginning, if you capture the like ways, the GPS, like ways and GPS, in the village people and the educated people and engineer all the same facility because they have the technology. So Putra KSI in the field of the scientific writing, thesis, publication, introduction, or project. So it is one of the technique. Huh? So this technique will show you the overall the layout from your title until your conclusion. But this technique, the 2 hours, it's not so easy to explain the whole idea. Only we give the basic idea. So anyhow, we are hurry because of our time limitation. So if anybody interested to take the idea about this idea, please email me to arrange the 1 day or 2 day workshop in your country. For whole day workshop. And if anybody interested to teach this course in your country, in your university, please contact with me. I will give the all lecture note, the video recording class. So if you can capture, and if you do khidmat for your student, for your friend or colleague, you can apply. So this technique now open for the whole of the world. The document regarding the class lecture note, video record, anything, we are very open. So please don't hesitate to contact with me using the mobile or maybe the email or maybe the Google Meet. I don't have the WhatsApp. You can contact with the directly or you can contact by the email. So what is the benefit of this technique? Normally people consider PhD means permanent health damage because lot of time loss, family problem, money problem. So if you follow the technique KSI from the beginning, inshallah there is a chance the meaning of the PhD will be changed. So like meaning of the PhD permanent health development. But actually this is not also the final, actually it is a temporary idea. Permanent health development after die. When you go Jannah, then maybe your PhD will be permanent. And masters means mental stress. But if you follow the KSI, it will be the masters like mental satisfactory. So this is the course syllabus for this technique in UPM. I think many universities already they also introduced the course, Bangladesh, Nigeria, other country. If we have to introduce the course in your country, we can help. We can give the whole syllabus, the whole lecture, not a problem for us. So this is the basic idea about the KSI. So now it's open for the question and anything query.
Thank you, Doctor, for the wonderful presentations. Subject matter, treatment parameters, problem statement, objectives, so many innovative idea. So I think that our participants will be benefited. So now we'll open for Q&A. So if any one of you has any questions, please raise your hand. I will unmute you and then you can ask your question. Okay, so we have Amna. So I am unmuting you.
Hello, Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam.
Sir, I want to know how we can identify the authentic websites related with the elsewhere fake journals. Actually, there is an issue we are facing in Pakistan that there are many types of fake websites are developed. So we cannot identify the authentic websites. and we can download authentic research articles from them now.
Okay, thank you. Actually,
Thank you, sir.
for the whole world, only the recognized, the famous, journal we consider under the JCR or Scopus.
Yes,
Journal Citation Report or Scopus. So both of the group are the highly recommended for the whole world. But the number one, the JCR, and second option, the Scopus. So under the JCR, Scopus, they also have the ranking Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4. So Q1, Q2, Q3, how you know? From the website you can get. But some universities like UPM, we have the subscribe system. If I want to get the information, any journal like agronomy. So when you put in the online system, so about the agronomy, the whole data come in the system. Which country published, how many issue per year, and what is the rank level, all information we get out came from the website.
Okay.
But for Pakistan, if you don't have the system, you cannot get. But what we can do, you have maybe some friend or brother or they're doing PhD or lecture other country like Australia, Japan, the US, the Malaysia. So if you know that if you have maybe some target journal like agronomy, Pakistan Journal Botany, or agricultural science. So if you cannot get the information in the website from the online system, just you request somebody, okay, please, I need the information about this the journal. So they can see and they can send it to you. So this is one of the easy way to get the information. Even if you think you also can contact me, I can help you to send some information about this.
Okay, sir. Thank you. So it was very nice presentation and very informative.
So one thing, please, regarding the journal selection, because for my PhD or the research, I need maybe around 30 journal.
Okay.
So these 30 journal we have to categorize properly. Then the information will be the systematic quality. So regarding this case, we already mentioned how we classify the grade A, grade B, grade C. So can you explain? You already clear or not? The selection of the article and the grading of the article. You clear?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I am clear, sir.
Can you explain just 1 or 2 minutes how you have the 30? You download 30 articles.
Sir, we used SQL technique for selection of the articles as for that is relevant to our
what is the meaning
specific
S and what is the meaning Q and what is the meaning L?
Q means quality and L for latest. Previous last 10 years we are considered latest articles.
S? What is the meaning S?
Sorry, sir.
Yes, what is the meaning S?
Hello?
S.
S means that is relevant to your subject.
Yeah, subject STP, using your STP because your download article and your STP is similar. That means similarity. Okay.
Okay, and the grading system is that you said there are 2 types of grade.
Again.
So yes, sir. So you said you you can divide your articles in 2 categories or 2 grades, grade A and grade B. In a grade A, we said that there should be S and QL, SQL 3 are available, or we can use S and L.
Yes.
But if in a grade, the articles will be fall in grade B if there is a quality, but they are not latest.
Yes.
And if there is not latest, but they are relevant to their subject, we are also consider them in a grade B.
Yes, very good. Okay.
You,
okay, any question, please?
All right, thank you. So now we'll take another 2 more questions. So now let's go to Engineer Suno Taj. All right, so you go ahead.
Hello,
Engineer Taj, yeah.
Hello.
Yeah, you are audible.
Yes, Assalamu alaikum. Sir, session was really informative. I have a question regarding the subject treatment parameter that you told us. Means I want to clear that is it necessary to mention all these things in thesis title or research paper title? Means is this significant to mention all these parameters like subject, treatment, and parameter all together in a title of paper or thesis? Means I have a topic that IoT based smart supply chain management. Means I want to address that how IoT can be applied in the field of supply chain management, and how we can make things smart in the field of supply chain management. So the basic subject of interest is supply chain management, and here treatment is IoT based techniques. So parameter is not mentioned in the title.
Okay. So as we our discussion, the research element 3 for any research element for the science we call the subject treatment parameter, social science like respond IVDB. So as we already identify the any research that must be 3 element. So please include in your title also 3 element, otherwise it is incomplete. So this is the gap all over the world. We found many articles they publish, but there is a parameter keyword maybe no, or maybe the treatment keyword no. So this is not good. So try to include the all 3 things together. So subject keyword normally 1 because only 1 research. Treatment depends on how many types, maybe 1 or 2. But under the parameter keyword also you can put only maximum 2-3 major keyword, not more than that. But if the thesis 3-4 objective, in this case the total keyword will be the 10. Why? Because you have 3-4 objective, you need the more major parameter. So subject keyword may be 1, treatment keyword may be 1 or 2. Under the major parameter, the keyword will be 5 to 6 if the thesis write up the introduction, literature review. So please try to revise your title according to the STP. Clear? Okay, any question, please?
Yeah, I think it is clear. So please don't forget to fill up the attendance form. The presentation slides, recordings, and certificate will be sent to the email. So we have a few more participants who want to ask some questions. Maybe we can take another two more questions.
Yeah, please allow them to question, no problem. Another 5 minutes, no problem.
Okay, let's go to Noreen. You can go ahead.
Assalamu alaikum, sir.
Yeah, walaikum assalam. You already able. You can go ahead.
Yes, sir. Session was very nice and informative, sir. It was very effective session, and sir, I learned many new things. And sir, I have a question regarding the importance of the different subject which you told us regarding the subject and treatment and sir parameters. And sir, I want to ask you that these important this criteria is for all kind of topics.
Okay, thank you. Yes, actually, regarding the person importance, very important. Then we can maintain our quality information. Otherwise, if you don't have the person importance, then some researchers, same things, like I want to write about subject, I write maybe 5 sentences, but when you write, it may be 10 sentences. So the different, the research of the whole about the world, there are many variations. But as we already discussed from the previous different groups in the different the professor, so we just tentatively give the idea, the subject, treatment, parameter, the importance, it will be the 10, 30, 60. But we cannot say like it should be like exactly fixed, but almost we should follow the similar trend. So it will be nice for you and for other any researcher. Why? Because from the experience we already developed this idea. But whatever you can change, like subject may be 10. If you have the 2 treatment, so you can apply the 30%. So like 15 or 10 or 20. But if you have the 1 treatment keyword, so you can apply like 10, 20, and 70. 10, 20, and 70. So that means the plus minus almost the similar. 10, 30, 60, or 10, 20, 70. Then among the 70, that means we have the more keyword under the parameter. Like I have the 4 keyword. The total budget 70%. So I have one question for you. You have the 4 parameter, four parameter keyword, like chlorophyll, nitrogen, yield, and plant height. So do you think out of the 4 parameter, it is a similar important for your research, or maybe the yield may be the more important compared to the other parameter? So we have to think properly. I have the 4 parameter, but out of the 4, maybe which is the more important? So the total budget is 70. So that means which are more important? Maybe 30, another maybe less 20, another maybe 10. Huh? So by this way, we can put the tentative the percent importance. So it will be easy and systematic for the information. So that means we can apply 10, 20, 70 or 10, 30, 60 plus minus. For the social science, little bit change. If the social science responded, we mention that like 10, 20, 30, 50. But if the independent variable more, independent variable keyword may be 5. So in this case, 30 is very less. So for this, I maybe can put the under the IV maybe 50% and for DV maybe 30, 40%. For the responded, maybe like 10%. So this is the idea about this.
Thank you so much, sir. I'm clear now.
Okay, please.
Okay, now let's go to Kazi TM.
Assalamu alaikum, Doctor.
Assalam.
I actually have 2 questions to you to ask.
Okay, please.
My first question is, if we want to publish our thesis or any research article online in a publication, how this technique can help us to do that in a faster way?
Fast. Again, repeat the question, please. Can you explain again, please? Zohrul?
Doctor,
Okay.
Doctor, can you hear me?
Yeah, please, please.
Doctor, my question was, if we want to publish a thesis or a research article, then how can we use this technique to do it faster?
Oh, because for this I told you, if you write if you follow like for a thesis, you are now any student, PhD master's student, or just any researcher? No?
Doctor, I'm a bachelor student. I'm doing
bachelor. Okay. In future, we can apply master's PhD. So like if you want to do the master's PhD, like thesis writing, so what we should do, according to your title, subject, treatment parameter, then you fix the keyword. So if you fix the keyword, then according to the keyword, you can calculate your citation number for the introduction, for the literature review. So whole layout you can prepare. So it will be easy. Because when you have the proper layout, then your write-up, your information will be systematic and it will be faster. And when your write-up will be good quality, like thesis, then this one just you can prepare as a paper format, then you can publish in quality the journal. So this is the technique helpful for you.
Okay, Doctor.
As you are a bachelor student, maybe you have less experience about the research. So I think, you from which country?
Doctor, I'm from Bangladesh.
Okay. So maybe keep in touch with me. So maybe personally in Bengali, I can give the idea from the basic idea. Or if you get any chance for PhD, so let me contact. So I can give the your layout about your thesis layout.
Okay, Doctor. Thank you.
All right. So now let's go to Phak Benro.
Okay, please.
Hello, Pan Begro, you can go ahead. Okay, maybe there's no question. Okay, Taj, do you have more questions? Okay, why mate? You can unmute now.
Assalamu alaikum.
Waalaikumsalam.
My name is Aziz from Abafemi Awolowo University, Ile-Ife, Nigeria. Thank you, Prof, for this wonderful presentation. I just have a question. I'm a social scientist, so I'll be talking from the social science angle. We talked about the BPO model. Said you should follow respondent, the IV, the DV, and the problem statement objective. Well, in my own field, sir, I'm a psychologist. We dwell more on the DV. We start the DV as our main focus. So I don't know if eventually we are coming on first the DV before the IV, although you have mentioned that the percentage for the DV should be like 50%, which is fine. So I'm just looking at the arrangement because in psychology, we dwell more on the DV. We start with the DV probably after the respondent. So I don't know your view about it.
Okay, thank you. Actually, this is the issue. How we control this, the sequence system, the arrangement. Because as the many people don't have idea the KSI, because the KSI is only very new. I think just 2-3 years ago they started and we're trying to promote it. But my logic, like example, your origin from who? Abdulaziz? You born from who? Your father, mother? So when you explain somebody like my father named this and my mother, then I'm the children. Because children in the findings. So if you don't explain your father and mother, then suddenly told I'm the children. So actually this is not the proper explanation in the research. But unfortunately, many big professors, they practice like this. Some of them started from the DV, some of them started from the IB, some of them then the responded. But my question, that means the whole world practicing the six times recycling. Or IB-DV, or maybe somebody DV-IVR, or some maybe DV-RVI, 6 different styles. So my question, out of the 6, which on the right? The proper logic. But when you read the article, of course, you will find out of the any 6. As you already mentioned, the RIB-DB we can recycling 6 times, 6 different styles. And when you read article, also you found these 6 all. But my question, do you think the 6 is right, or out of the 6 only 1 right regarding the sequence? So this up to you. I cannot control this one. If you logically think no, DV is the more important, of course, we agree 50%. But I cannot suddenly tell the DV, because if I not explain my respondent and the treatment like IV, then suddenly I cannot go the direct in the findings. So this is my logic. But if we agree, so just try to revise our like model RIP regarding the arrangement. But if you think no, I follow my own way, it's up to you. Clear?
Yeah, I think no more questions. If there are any questions, you can raise your hand.
Please. Any question, please?
Yeah, I think no more questions. So can I take on group photo before we end the sessions? Please switch on your camera and Can you stop your sharing? Doctor, please stop your sharing. So we'll take on group photo.
Stop sharing. Stop sharing. Stop sharing.
Okay, thank you. So please switch on your camera if possible. Let's take on group photo.
So if you need any help, please contact my email. And you can also arrange a free workshop in your country. One day, 2 days, no problem for us.
Okay, please switch on your camera. We'll take on group photo. Okay, I think that's all. Hi, Dr. Ben. All right, so I'll be counting from 3 to 1. So please don't forget to smile. All right, 3, 2, 1. We have 2 pages, so please keep quiet. All right, so I've already captured the beautiful smiles. Now we can switch off your cam. So once again, thank you everyone for joining this webinar. I hope you have learned a lot of new information, and this one will help to accelerate your writing. It may be thesis or the journal paper. So on behalf of the organizing committee, the Bangladeshi Students Union Malaysia BSUM, and the Micropollutant Research Center UTHM, and the General Union of Palestinian Students at Universiti Putra, Malaysia, we would like to thank all of you for joining this webinar. Please stay with us. We have the WhatsApp group and LinkedIn channel as well. So we'll update there about our future events. If you want to join with us, please follow our social media platform. So if there is any technical problems, then we are extremely sorry from the organizing committee. And once again, so we'd like to thank for joining us and see you to our next event. So till then, stay safe. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.